Hello everyone, I am Megan Ferris.
And I am just Mama.
And welcome back to our playthrough of Kirby's Dreamland 3 for the Super Nintendo. Now, in the previous video, I went ahead and did the entirety of the first world in the game. As you can see, I actually went ahead and got all of the stars off screen, and
Okay.
I actually wanted to go ahead and redo one of the levels that I actually didn't get the star in, because the way what you're supposed to do is I actually thought was kind of clever. And one thing I actually realized about getting all of the main parts in the game is that you need to have, like, it requires one specific, like, power-up and one specific animal in order to actually get it. So it can actually be sort of cryptic in a way, because, you know, the game does not give you any sort of, like...
Hint as to which type of animal you
Yeah.
need? Oh, we don't have to kill all the things?
No.
Oh, I thought that was one of the ones.
No.
Does it get all the coconuts?
No.
No, you're just doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I also sort of realized about, our previous part was I think the reason why I kept on dying was because of the fact that I was trying to rush through all of the levels.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, we only got like 15 minutes in order to get as much stuff as possible.
Right, and we
I
don't
feel-
edit.
Yeah. And also look at how many lives I've already gotten from getting all the stuff in the first world. I already have 16 lives.
Oh, so we should be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Do we have to try to get all these stars?
No.
What do the stars do?
Once you complete the, like, star meter on the bottom there, you get an extra life.
Oh, so it's just good to do.
Yeah.
Oops. Oops.
And the person that I was watching, you know, who was, actually getting all this stuff done, like, he was doing a 100%, like, no damage run, and watching him go through all of the stages like that, it's like...
Mind-numbing?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's like you see those videos of people playing, like, those difficult, like, arcade games, and they're moving around so quickly, it's like...
How are you doing that?
Yeah. So this is what we're supposed to do.
Who was it?
I don't remember the actual channel, but...
Oh, shoot.
I feel like there's a bunch of channels that, like, do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just supposed to make this guy happy by, like, spinning around with the umbrella. Because he's got the umbrella on his head, so...
Okay, so that made him happy.
And that's it.
And now what?
We just beat the stage.
And then now what happens? We get what for doing it? For making us do that?
We get, like, a star.
Oh, okay.
So we get that.
Okay. And then what do we do with that?
We just use those to get the good ending.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking, I thought we'd get like a reward or something, like a special power-up or something. Okay, and now is this a frog or a donut? What is that guy?
That was a frog.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was a donut, for God's sake. I must be in the mood for a donut. What is that?
It's a knight with an umbrella.
Meta Knight?
He looks like Meta Knight, but he's not in this game.
Oh. Oh, what is Meta Knight in?
He was in Kirby's Adventure, the NES game, then he was also in Superstar.
Oh, okay, so I don't have the whole dude wrong. He's not in this game. Okay, it's not like he's from, you know, Mega Man and I'm putting him in this franchise. Okay, well, good for me. Wow, go old lady. Oh, what do they want us to collect? They don't have an umbrella in their hands. I love that little hamster.
Mm-hmm.
Hamsters are so cute. I had a dream the other night that I had a pet guinea pig.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had a dream I think it was either last night or the night before, where we were at a bookstore, and I was getting like another volume from like one of my mangas, but they didn't have the other volume, they just had the first one, which I already had.
Oh, shoot.
And I was just like, no.
No, I need to go to another bookstore, and bookstores are so rare.
Yeah, because everyone either just reads it online or just listens to audiobooks.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, audiobooks are awesome. Like, do that. Like, if you're in your car or exercising or something. But, like, if you want to look at pictures and stuff, you want to hold it in your hand, right?
Yeah. It's less,
like,
it's
am I
just
crazy,
like,
or?
No, it's the same type of appeal I think people have when, like, they buy, like, a game that comes with, like, a case rather than buying it, like, digitally.
Right.
Like, on the virtual console and all that.
Right.
Like, just having the case and the disc with you, there's just, like, a sort of charm to it.
And you just need electricity. You don't need, like, a internet connection or nothing.
Right.
It's just like me with my music. I have record albums. You know, and Daddy has all his music on electricity, you know, in the air. Well, if the internet goes down, he can't listen to nothing. But I can turn on my records anytime there's electricity, you know. Some things I just like to have. Like, I love the feeling of a magazine in your hand. You know, so you can look at all the pictures, read the articles. I mean, the internet is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But you kind of, like, don't even feel, it doesn't feel real, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something I can feel, touch. It kind of feels like...
Like, you can't let, like, technology shouldn't be something that, like, eventually takes over the entire, like...
Yeah, like,
world.
oh, I'm going to have a stuffed animal, but it's going to be in the air. Like, you know, like an internet stuffed animal. No, I want an actual animal. Stuffed animal that you can hold.
Yeah.
Like, I could look at an internet cake, but a real cake is going to always be better.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you're mowing your yard... Excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, Lord, I'm tired. If you're mowing your yard, it's awesome to just have the music in the air. Oh, look how cute that toad is. Oh, he's cute. I love a toad. Oh, look at that. But, yeah, sometimes it's just nice to hold a book. And it's fun to walk into a bookstore.
Yeah.
You know, they have more than just books. They have all kinds of stuff now. They have stuffed animals and... That's why I miss Blockbuster so much. It was more than just movies. Or like just... You don't really browse movies online. You have to already know what kind of movie you're in the mood for.
And there's so many different, like, online services now.
Right, and it costs so much money.
Like, back then, there used to be just, like, Netflix and Hulu. And that was about it. And they had a whole bunch.
That all came after Blockbuster was dead.
Well, I mean...
Blockbuster was high. There was nothing else. You had television and some cable.
Well, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that, like, before, like, there were so many different, like, subscription services, like Hulu and Disney Plus and all of that. Like, back then, you could go on something like Netflix, and they would have, like, those movies, and then they would be taken down because of, like, licensing issues, and then they just decide...
Or they just decide they don't want to play that movie anymore. They're going on to different... Like, they update their playlist.
Yeah.
But Blockbuster had, like, movies that weren't necessarily mainstream, you know?
Yeah.
You could get an avant-garde, an unusual movie, a fun... And plus you could see the picture of the movie. Am I going to like this movie by looking at the cover? And then they always had cool stuff to buy, like, just stuff. And then you could, like, actually talk to another human being. And be like, oh, have you seen this movie? You know, it was fun. I really miss Blockbuster. Daddy's always on me. What movie do you want to watch? It's like, how am I just supposed to come up with a movie out my head, you know? I need to see a picture. Show me a picture of a movie. Just like when I was a kid, half the time if I bought an album, it was because their cover looked cool. You know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is a rock and roll section of the Camelot music store. This cover looks badass. I'm gonna buy this album.
And it's ironic because people always say, like, don't judge it by something by its cover. But when you don't know what it is, then that's kind of all that you have to go off of.
It's like when you're meeting a person to go out on a date, you know, or someone says hi to you. You don't go by, oh, boy, the sound of their voice is beautiful, but they look like a bag of dirt, you know? You know, they didn't wash their hair, they smell funny. You know, you're going by what the picture is. It doesn't have to be, like, perfection, but hey, maybe you like their style. Maybe they smell really good, you know? So it's all superficial stuff. That's okay. I mean, we're human beings. We got eyeballs for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
And what you find interesting to look at, somebody else could be like, not really. I mean, what they might like, you might be like, no thanks. So it's good to use your eyeballs. They used to come up with some really cool covers, too.
Mm-hmm.
No, he looks so cute. Look, oh, they're just gonna like. That doesn't seem fair. They didn't go away, you know.
Yeah.
Look at how fast he's going. This is a pretty board.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks very 80s to me with all the triangles and circles and those colors. Like MTV when it first came out. I think that's what it all was. Uh-oh, where are we supposed to go, little Curbs? Oh, I like that kind of like Nautilus shell with that dude in it.
Mm-hmm.
That looks cool. When I was at the beach last time, I picked up a shell and I was trying to open it a little bit.
Was there like an animal?
There was an animal in it and it went whoosh and closed really tight and scared the crap out of him. And I threw him back in the ocean because I wanted to, like, for him to live.
Right.
I would never take an animal shell that had an animal in it. But I just was looking at it because it was so pretty and it was open and I wasn't expecting it to go. But he sure did. He climbed up tight.
There's always some like weird creatures that are in the ocean.
Oh, the amazing creatures in the ocean. Like the coolest stuff is in the ocean. You know? Some really cute stuff too. I mean, some of them look kind of like aliens too, you know. When I was a little kid, we used to go to the beach all the time with my dad. And I found a baby octopus. That was amazing.
They're like some of the cutest animals that are like in the ocean.
Oh yeah. Like the octopus was like really smart, and I held it in my hand. And like it took his little tiny tentacle because it was so small and like wrapped it around my pinky. Like it was just as curious about me as I was about him. It was super nice.
Well, it seems like that's all that we have for this episode, so we will see you all in the next one.
Bye-bye.